Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you. Today is Monday, June the 3rd. We got a new month, a new week. Hopefully we can have a better month of June than we've had for month of May and month of April. We did start today off on a red note. We had a small red day, 546. This take profit account, I had to restart my Ninja Trader, and the take profit account, I lost it this morning, and so that account it isn't back. But I had a $70 loss on that account, so we had a total net red day of 546. The good news is that only 3 of my 11 funded, actually 4 of my 11 funded accounts were red. We obviously lost that take profit account, which I'm pretty sad about that. I'm not happy that I lost that. I really did the damage on Friday. I only had like $49 of drawdown left to this morning. But 3 out of the 10 Apex accounts were in red. Unfortunate thing is they're all in that, well, 2 of them are 500 and 1 of them is close to 700 red. But the other accounts, we've got basically 150 to 200 in profit. So, overall, I'm actually pretty happy with today. I had a really good day. I was green across the board. I had every Apex account green. I think except one. Maybe I did have 1. So I had 9 out of the 10 Apex accounts green. Maybe I had them all green. I can't remember for sure, but I did have a loss on that Apex or the take profit account. So I had a good start to the day. The reason I kept trading them is most of the accounts were either like $27 to $40 or $50 in profit, and I decided to try to get some more. And I was able to do that on most of them. Unfortunately, a couple of these we ended up red. I am most dissatisfied with the trade management that I've circled right here, and that was a copy traded couple of trades with accounts 44 and 49, and that's really why those are that red. This 18,760, well, 770 level, we'll call it, really was pretty much the play today. We obviously had a nice sell-off, and then we had a rebound. Pretty bearish here this morning, obviously a downtrend this forenoon, and then the afternoon we kind of went sideways for a little bit. That was probably a bit of a contributing factor, got faked out a little bit, but I am most disappointed with the trade management right here. And that's something I just want to go over real quick. I didn't record my trades today. I oftentimes do, and I wish I did. The frustrating part here, I took a short. I got faked out a little bit. We had been rejecting. We had lower highs, and we had this move to the upside. And I just felt that, hey, we're going to break down again, and I can catch a few points. And I should have taken some profit here, and I didn't. Ended up having a full loss. Actually, I moved my stop and had an almost $200 loss on that trade, which was a bit. I was pretty sad about that. And then we had this big move, and and some of these moves don't look very big, but because of the move of the day, there was a lot of 15 to 30 point candles this afternoon. But in any case, we had this big move up, and we had the big pullback, long wick, and we had another doji candle, and I just felt like this is going to move to the upside and break out, and we finally did, but we had to run through a little bit of consolidation here before we got there. So, but the thing that I'm most frustrated with myself on this trade is I could have closed this trade out at like 120 in profit, and I didn't. And I had my finger on the close all, and I just felt like it's gonna go. And wouldn't you believe it, this sucker goes and stops me out for a 180 loss. Feels bad. So that's a $300 swing. And these two accounts, instead of being at 670 and 500, had I managed both of these trades better, could have been probably closer to break even. So the damage was a little bit done to myself on that trade. And then I also didn't follow the rules on account 49. The rest of these, I have a 3 strikes you're out rule, and I didn't follow that rule with this last account. I think I was at 400 something in the red, and decided to take a short up here, and once again didn't close the trade in profit when I could have, ended up with a $185 loss. So I went over my 3 strikes rule, didn't manage to trade very well, and ended up with a pretty bad red day on that account. So shame on me for not being very good, very good trade manager during the tail end of the day here on these couple accounts. So just a takeaway for myself that to do better. Excuse me. The one thing I do want to mention is, for a few weeks there, I was trading all of my accounts, copy trading all of them. And on Friday, I believe it was, I started to break them up. And I can just tell you that I am much more relaxed. I am much more at ease with trading. I'm much more okay with taking a loss. And honestly, mentally, it's a lot better. And I think the point of that was the takeaway for myself is I am not a good enough trader yet, not even close. I'm not even close to being a good enough trader to trade all of my accounts at once. So I'm going to stick to this. And if I think back to getting my first payouts, that was done. Most of my accounts were traded singularly. I didn't have 10 at that time. But basically I think I had like 3 or 4 or something like that when I got my first payouts. And, so basically looking at it going, how can I get my group into like 3 or 4 groups of PAs and trade them, 2 or 3 at a time. And that's what I did today, and it worked out extremely well. Like this morning, I think I traded like 3, 3, 3, and 2 or something like that. And it worked out very, very well. And then, I regrouped in different, I basically took the lower balances and tried to get those up. So in any case, I just think that's how I'm going to trade. And, if we lose an account or 2 here or there, it's okay. We can continue to push on the rest of them, and with a couple of bad days that we had, I've kind of rescued account 43, account 46, account 47, account 48. Those are all above 49,000. I guess account 52 is as well. Account 51 is close. So most of those are like $1,000 or less from the 50,000 mark or the 0 mark. So, that's really the focal point. Hopefully tomorrow I can have good days on a couple of these that are starting to get into some bad drawdown. And, we just try to rescue those accounts. But that's really going to be my focal point. If I can ever get to the point where I have, 10 or accounts or so that are all above the profit target threshold, or we get them up to like 3,000 in profit or 4,000 in profit, and then we look at copy trading, maybe that's a different story. And also getting a group of accounts to that level requires a lot more disciplined trading and becoming a better trader to get to that point. So I think looking at copy trading, all my accounts will be put on the back burner until we progress more along those lines. So again, the levels were good today. I just mismanaged a couple of trades, but overall, very happy with how today went. Happy that we have a small loss to the week and a small loss to start the month of June. I was looking at some of the history here. Just looking at today. Obviously, it only shows the 476 because this take profit account is no longer there, but that's okay. It was just a $70 loss there. So, today pretty standard start for me, like from a win rate percentage. My average trade win loss is a little bit skewed. I took some small wins on some of the accounts today, but boy, we have a very low bar to get better. I think May ended up being my worst month ever. Well, I know it was. Down $25,000 in the month of May, and obviously a big part of that was done last week, pretty much for the month. So yeah, that's a low bar, and we should be able to improve upon that. If you look at the month of April, I thought April was a pretty bad month, and it was. However, we had a $14,000 loss on the month of April. We had a lot of red in the month of April, but not quite as bad of a loss. So yeah, I am just really, really focused on trying to get the month of June off to a good start, try to get some accounts back above that payout threshold. If we can make it somewhere in the month of June, great. And if it goes to July, that's fine. But I want to see a better month as a whole. That's my big goal. So a couple more things. Gosh, I'm talking long again. Thought this might be a little bit of a short recap, but a couple things. I thought the Apex sale was going to end, but because of the rhythmic issues that they were having, Apex decided to extend that 90% off sale. So it is extended until next Monday? No, next Tuesday, the 11th, is when that sale ends. So the 90% off is good until next Tuesday night. Also, the Apex 250K eval, the lifetime fee, the $85 lifetime fee is extended until July 15th. That was through June 15th, but they extended that $85 lifetime fee until July 15th. I believe the discounts for the 250K accounts are still applicable through next Tuesday with this sale extension. So if you need evals, there you go. I think the take profit 40% off lifetime, that deal is still going on. Obviously, yeah, again, I'm pretty frustrated with myself at Friday. On the eval side, I had an okay day. I didn't have a great day. Oh, and these accounts are resetting because it's like almost 6 o'clock when I'm recording this. This account here, I had some profit today, this eval. I still have this past eval. I did sign it, and I'm just going to hang on to that account. And if I end up needing another PA, then I'll activate that. So going to try to get that one across the finish line. I had a rough day on my take profit eval, and I think I covered this on Friday, but my account has set now, and if I go to my take profit account, it says my target for payout is like $5,319 or something like that is what I need to actually pass this account because of that big profit windfall I had on Friday. So today we gave back $1,000, which is a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. We'll get back at it tomorrow, and hopefully we can have a good day on that account tomorrow. So that's the story on evals, and again, trying to have a good day on PAs tomorrow as well. So just keep continuing to work the plan, trade the levels, trust the levels, group these into lots of 2 or 3, and take confident trades, and I think that's definitely going to be the successful way to go. So again, thank you, appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for the new subscribers. I know we had a bunch of new subs over the weekend. Thank you. If you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. I do these videos pretty much every day, taking you along on my trading journey. Last but not least, I may not be able to trade tomorrow. I've got some things going on that I just may not be able to make it. If I do, it's going to be mid-afternoon probably. So if I have time, I might take some trades in the afternoon if everything looks good and I get back in time, so on and so forth. But if not, I probably won't be trading until Wednesday, so I might not have an update tomorrow. So if you're looking for that and wonder where my update is, that's why. If I don't have an update tomorrow, it was because I was tied up for the entire day and I couldn't get to trading. So in that case, we'll be back on Wednesday. So in any case, trade well until I see you next time, and so long.